The corners of his mouth curled up in a strange arc. Zhuo Fan didn't know what he was doing. Yan Fu was shocked, as if he understood Master's plan and wanted to persuade him. But he was waved by the Poison Hand Medicine King and stopped. The old immortal man, what the did he do? Wang Pu Qingyan frowned, as if feeling something was wrong. His fists tightened. Lin Zishan wiped his forehead cold sweat and prayed in his heart. Old man, you have been mean for a lifetime, don't make a twist on this knot, and pretend to be tall. Laozi's fortune can be connected to you. Slowly turned his head and looked at the people in the VIP seat on the east side. Zhuo Fan looked at everything and then looked at the poisonous drug king. Old man, I have your heart, but you don't have to. You still have to practice it first. His eyelids shook unconsciously, and the Poison Hand Potion King looked at Zhuo Fan in surprise. Zhuo Fan said this deeply. He didn't mean that the two would make alchemy together and compete separately, but he specifically proposed that he first refine it. In this way. Doesn't he have a stronger flame than this bone spirit? Therefore, he was afraid that his flames would affect his bone spirit. Thinking of this, the Poison Hand Medicine King was shocked. But how could he not believe that? How could there be a stronger spirit than the world? Hey, you young man, don't brag. With your age and identity, prepare at most a 4th level beast fire. Can it really be like an old man and have a spirit fire? Poison Hand Medicine King asked Zhuofan tentatively, but Zhuofan still chuckled. This made him even more surprised. And even whispered with the rest. Could it be that Master Song, who is so versatile, prepared the heaven and earth like the King of Poisonous Hand Potion? In this way, the battle for the King of the Dan is more interesting. The two great alchemy masters, the two kinds of heaven and earth spirit fire, the dragon fighting the tiger, is really exciting. For a time, everyone stared at Zhuofan closely, looking forward to his answer. Especially Chu Qingcheng and the two landlords of Peony and Blue and White are extremely nervous. On the alchemy technique, Zhuo Fan is obviously above Yan Song. If there is another world like him, even if there is a lack of cultivation, he can make up for it. Only Zi Xianyang dismissed his mouth contemptuously and looked at the others with a smile. Don't believe his gibberish, this kid must be pretending again. He is actually playing a psychological war against the old man. Hearing this, Long Jiu and others looked at each other and nodded slightly. This kid has a deep mind, and everything is not exposed. It is indeed possible to come up with this strategy. The reason is to disturb Yan Song's state of mind. Thinking so, there were many people in the field. Especially Yan Song himself. After eating Zhuo Fan's so much loss, naturally also has a lot of thoughts. After thinking about it carefully, I couldn't help laughing. Boy, I treat you with my sincerity. I never thought you would treat the old man with the heart of a villain. With this little trick, the old man will not be fooled again. How did I trick you? Zhuo Fan raised his eyebrows lightly. You don't have the spirit of heaven and earth at all, maybe even the beast fire. But you are here to pose and want to disturb the old man's state of mind. This little trick. You have used it in the first 2 rounds, how can you lie to me again? Can't help but smile and shook his head. Zhuo Fan sighed helplessly. Poison Hand Medicine King. You are too small to look at me. I rushed to the big tail wolf, lie to you that there is heaven and earth spirit fire, can disturb your distraction. Trick, in your eyes, only this weight. Unconsciously, the Poison Hand Medicine King thought about it, but it was right. Although Zhuo Fan sneezes and farts out before, they are all small tricks. But they all pinch his 7 inches and make moves. Every time, he was forced to the critical point of the collapse of his state of mind. If his state of mind is not perfect, I am afraid that he can't make alchemy. Compared with the previous 2 times, although Zhuo Fan's words made him somewhat suspicious, he definitely could not reach the point of disturbing his state of mind. Thinking so, the King of Poisonous Hand Medicine will be even more incomprehensible. In his eyes, Zhuo Fan instantly became a mysterious figure, and every move seemed to have another mystery. Such an unpredictable opponent, he has never met in this life. His mother, don't want to. And struggle with this kid, it is really looking for suffering. Poison Hand Persian King thought for a long time, couldn't think of a result, could not help but gritted his teeth. Looked at Zhuo Fan and shouted, "Boy, what kind of flame did you prepare?" And it lighted up generously. "Why do you have to be afraid of the tail in a fair competition? I just want fair competition. So I don't turn on the flames, and let you refine them first." Zhuo Fan glanced at him lightly and sneered, "If I have the flames on, I'm afraid you have no intention of practicing alchemy. We compete on the same stage, no comparison, you have lost." Everyone was even more shocked to say this. Zhuo Fan's sentence is more wild than the previous words of Poison Hand Medicine King. Everyone can't believe this is true. As soon as the flame shot, even Xianyu's first alchemy master and the Poison Hand Medicine King no longer needed alchemy, they would bow down and say no. Even if the Poison Hand Medicine King's hand-holding bone spirit is really inflammation, there is no such a big tone. "Brother, you look good," he is holding the king in the flames. "The world is scorching. Even if you really have the spirit of heaven and earth, you are just as good. Even if yours is stronger, it can't be much stronger than Yan Song's. Is your flame even more perverted? Can you stabilize the world's flames like the world's flames? Is there such a flame in the world? Ha! This kid is really pretending to be bragging and not making drafts. But this is too pretended, and it doesn't look like it at first." Xianyang couldn't help but sneered. The king of poisonous hand pills couldn't help but laughed. "Ha ha ha. Boy, you are a 3-year-old boy, how can there be such a domineering flame in the world? If you can really take it out, the old man will give you 3 loud heads on the spot and also call." However, before he finished, a blue flame suddenly appeared on Zhuo Fan's raised fingers. It was like a dim candlelight. Calm and natural, without any power at all. However, it is this cyan flame that is so common that it can no longer be common, but it seems that the emperor is traveling. It was only for a moment when an invisible coercion suddenly radiated out to the side. I was still arrogant and pretentious. And the ridiculous blaze continued to be like the most terrible beast he encountered. Ignoring the control of the poisonous hand medicine king, he suddenly rushed back into his body. Instantly extinguished, never again dare to show some signs. Even if the poison hand medicine king urged it, it would never dare to come out again. This is still true of the heaven and earth. And the end of the beast fire in the hands of Lu Yizhan, Yan Fu and Tao Danyang is even more imaginable. Although these beast fires have no psychic power, they still shivered in the face of the pressure of Qingyan, and went out in an instant. Where the flame of the emperor is located, how can other flames coexist? For a while, all the flames disappeared, even those master alchemists tried to ignite them, but the flames quickly disappeared as soon as they appeared. Only the faint cyan light on Zhuo Fan's fingers still exudes a soft glow. Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned, even the king of poisonous hand Persian, looking at the blue light spot, was already dumbfounded. How is this possible? Heaven and earth Lingyan, actually suppressed. And still suppressed so thoroughly Poison Hand Persian king unconsciously shook his body. As the master of Guling's Zhenyan, he could feel it completely, the trembling and fear from the fire spirit. What kind of flame is this? With a frown, Zhuo Fan looked at Qing Yan in his hand and chuckled softly. Who knows, it was someone else's gift anyway. Can't help but twitched his cheek fiercely. And the poison hand Wang Wang couldn't stop the earthquake again. Such a powerful flame was actually sent by someone else. Why didn't the old man have such good luck? He had encountered Guling Mantra before, and he was really excited. He couldn't sleep for 10 years. He felt his luck was so good that he died without complaint. But compared with Zhuo Fan today, he discovered that his luck was not as good as 1 in 10,000. Do you still have alchemy in mind? Zhuo Fan smiled strangely, shaking the blue flame in front of him. Poison Hand Medicine King's eyes turned red, and all of them were envious and jealous. Where is he still thinking of alchemy now? At this point in his mind, it was all a mystery about the flame. Even he wanted to take the flame as his own. Knowing exactly what he was thinking in his heart, Zhuo Fan couldn't help laughing out loud. Now you believe what I just said, then, Poison King, I will ask. Who is the heart of the villain? Hearing this, the king of poisonous hand pills almost burst into tears. Your mother, this kid's heart is really unpredictable. In the first 3 rounds, there was no truth in his mouth. As a result, what is said in the mouth is not the truth, but the is really the truth. Grandmas, this kid's scheming is too deep, the old man can't figure it out. Sorry for the toothache in his heart, but the Poison Hand Medicine King still had to admit his old face with a red face. Sorry, Master Song. Just now the old man took the gentleman's belly with the heart of a villain. Ha ha ha, it doesn't matter, as long as you understand that I am a gentleman. Zhuo Fan laughed. Not only humiliated the old guy again, but also advertised himself. By the way, now, you can practice alchemy first. Or, you want to practice with me? Are you kidding me? As soon as your green blaze came out, no one could catch the fire. How could it be compared? No wonder this kid said that when competing on the same stage, others would lose without comparison. The Poison Hand Medicine Wang Chang sighed, and then confessed again with a very humiliating error. Sorry, Master Song, the old man was not able to control himself before. Okay, my atmosphere. You come first. Zhuo Fan chuckled, put away King Iron, continued to embrace his arms, closed his eyes and nourished his mind. Just for a moment when the eyes were closed, he murmured softly, bitch. It's hypocritical. Although this voice is small, it spread to everyone's ears. The Poison Hand Medicine King heard that one could not help but stumble. Although he was angry in his heart, more of it was wronged. The old man rarely wanted a fair competition against Dan, and the result was such a humiliating end. Alas, really good people can't be. But where did he know? Just when his old face of grievances sighed, Zhuo Fan's had closed his eyes slightly, his mouth raised, and a satisfactory arc was raised.